What's up guys, it is Brad or DemonAsylum here. I'm bringing you all a new Fallout 4 video, and I wanted to make sure that all of you guys knew that the gameplay debut of the Nuka-World DLC is going to be happening today, August 23rd at 4 p.m. Eastern Time by Bethesda themselves on their Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Bethesda. If you guys are not in the Eastern United States, which obviously not all of you are, go ahead and take 4 p.m. Eastern Time and on Google convert that to your own time zone so you know when to actually go check out this stream. This is obviously going to be them showing off the DLC. It's unknown as to how much of the DLC they're going to show or how long it's going to be for, but they're definitely going to be showing off some of the things from the DLC, you know, even if it's just locations, a couple items, NPCs, whatever. It is for sure going to be something to check out if you're someone who is getting this DLC, or even if you're on the fence about it and you want to see a little bit of what this DLC has to offer. Now, if you're someone who's unfortunately going to be busy during the time of the stream happening, or if you simply end up seeing this video after the stream has already gone by, you can actually go to their Twitch channel, which is again twitch.tv/Bethesda. I'll put a link to it in the description down below if I did not already say that, and you can go and see a rebroadcast of the whole thing, and you can also then skip through whatever parts of it, such as if they're more talking rather than playing, or if it's in the first 5-10 minutes they're just talking and not so much playing. You can actually skip through that part and you can go straight to where you actually see gameplay. So even if you're not there for when the stream is actually live, you can still go back and watch a rebroadcast whenever you like to see whatever it is that you may end up missing from the stream. Now, another thing I want to point out to you guys is with this stream happening today, I think that there actually might be another wave of beta invites that gets announced today during the stream. I figured, you know, they said that the first wave of beta invites went out last week. They specified that it was just the first wave, so that makes me think, of course, along with many of you guys probably too, that there's going to be more waves, and so it would make sense 100% for them to announce the next wave, especially if it's the final wave, which it likely will be since the DLC comes out next Tuesday, for them to announce that during the stream of the gameplay debut for the DLC today when it actually happens. And if that is the case, if they do end up announcing that second wave of beta invites, or even if it just gets announced in general for this week, then you guys can expect that there's definitely going to be invites that goes out for console, both Xbox One and PS4. And I say those specifically because I don't think that any invites went out to console owners with the first wave, because back when the first wave went out last week, I think it was Tuesday, the 1.7 update that provided support for Nuka-World, as well as of course the beta to allow you to actually take advantage of and play it if you did get an invite, those were not on console. Those were not, that update was not on Xbox One yet, and it was not on PS4 until just like yesterday, I believe. So if you were someone who was on Xbox One or PS4 and you did somehow get an invite, if they actually, for instance, did send them out in that first wave, you wouldn't have even been able to play the beta because you didn't have the 1.7 update that provided support for the DLC in the first place. Now, although I don't have any confirmation from Bethesda or proof of this being the case where only PC players got invites to the DLC beta last week, I believe it was on Tuesday when that first wave of invites went out, it's what I personally think, and I also believe it's the only thing that really makes sense. Again, if you're someone on PS4 or Xbox One and you were to have gotten the beta invite, and I just want to point out, I haven't seen anybody posting anywhere, which normally you do see it after beta invites go out. You see people posting all over the place, such as Reddit, saying if they're on Xbox One or PS4 getting a beta invite. I haven't seen anywhere people saying they're on Xbox One or PS4 haven't gotten a beta invite to this DLC. And on top of that, even if they had gotten one, the 1.7 update that clearly shows in the patch notes provides support for the Nuka-World DLC. That update was not out for Xbox One until later last week, after the beta invites had already gone out in that first wave on Tuesday. And then for PS4, I believe it was just yesterday that the 1.7 update went out. So why would they send invites out to people on those consoles if they did not even have the 1.7 update on those consoles yet that would have physically provided them the access to actually play the beta that they got invited to? It just wouldn't make sense at all. Now, if the scenario I'm telling you guys here is true to any extent whatsoever, we can all the more expect that probably in the stream today of the gameplay debut that they do for the Nuka-World DLC, they will likely announce another wave of beta invites that will include console this time, as again, I don't think they were included in the first one. I just don't think it would have made sense. If that is the case, as it would make the most sense for them to do a second wave of beta invites announcement during the stream of a gameplay debut for that same DLC, I think they will probably also give some of the beta invites away, probably in some sort of Twitch giveaway as they've done before in the stream when it's actually going. And even if it doesn't get announced in the stream today, although I think it will to some extent, we'll probably be hearing about it in the next day. I guess this all could end up being completely wrong, but it does seem to add up and make sense to me. It seems like the smart way to go. And again, they did originally specify that it was only the first wave of beta invites went out, meaning that there's all the reason in the world to think that there was going to be more of them, and the update that actually allowed you to access that beta was not originally out on consoles when that first wave of beta invites went out. So I don't think there was ever beta invites that went out on console, and it just wouldn't make sense for them to not send beta invites out to anybody on console in the first place. Anyway, guys, it's going to be about it for this video. Hopefully, you've been able to bear with me through all the speculation I've provided, as well as thoughts on what I think is going to be happening with the stream later today. If you guys want to watch that, like I said, link will be in the description down below. Twitch.tv/Bethesda, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. If you don't live in Eastern Time Zone, use Google to translate that to your own time zone. And if you guys have any questions or concerns regarding all of this stuff, go ahead and post in the comment section. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you guys have enjoyed this video or found it informative, feel free to drop a like on it down below and subscribe for many more Fallout 4 videos to come. Thanks for watching, everyone, and peace out.